badsecretmedia.com. I hate Bad Secret Media.
Hey there, gamers. Welcome to the Secret Levels podcast. On this week's episode, get ready to play in your underwear.
I'm Knight Toby.
And I'm Ghoulish Ghouls.
And this is a retro video game review show where we look into the history, the gameplay, the story, some fun facts.
Then we give it a rage meter from 1 to 10. Like, do you want to take your SNES Classic and stick it right up your fucking asshole? No lube? That's pretty rageful.
That is pretty rageful. And after we rage, we like to rate the game from 1 to 10 to let you know, is it still worth playing?
Because we are simple folk.
We are simple folk. I was waiting for that. I paused specifically for that. Goobs, we have a Player 3 on this episode. Player 3, will you please introduce yourself?
Here comes a new challenger!
Player 3, my name is Michael Martin, or Rickshaw, and I'm from Worship and Tribute Nerd. Yay!
Welcome to the foray. Or welcome to the foreplay. Either way.
Yes.
We recently had you on a side quest episode, and I screwed you over completely. You played the game like 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Of the game that we were gonna cover, and life got in the way.
In life, I played it for 4 hours and then lost, and then didn't beat the game, and your excuse was, well, I got drunk a lot.
I mean, life happens, right?
Life happens.
We've been in quarantine for almost 2 months now.
You're going to have the fastest turnaround from being a side quest to a guest.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, well, thank you. Hello, what's up?
So you can hold that on your mantle.
I'm famous.
So you picked a game for us, Mike.
Yes.
Oh, you picked a damn game for us.
Yes, this is one of my favorite and least favorite games at the same time. I can't put the controller down when I play it, but it kicks my ass all over the place. Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yes, there's not many games that you can say that about. Like, it's my favorite and least favorite.
It depends on the day.
Yeah, like I feel like I just like I'm a masochist or something because I like love being punished in a game and then just playing it so many times to where you have to learn what everyone's gonna do and like learn.
This game is much like a relationship.
It reminds me of like a Dark Souls game from back in the day, like the original adventure Dark Souls style game where you just fucking die over and over and over until you learn not to do the thing you did before.
I feel like when you play this game, you're wearing one of those like gimp masks, and you're just like having someone whip you as you play.
No.
You're just like,
He has like a shock controller hooked up to his testicles, so every time he dies, it shocks him.
I actually have a suit of armor that I put on, and then and whenever I get hit, I have stripped naked. So that's why that's why it took me so long to be to get to the
It's
end.
one hell of a workout.
Well, I think we ought to go ahead and jump into these details. What do you say, Goose?
At least you get to polish your lance. Let's jump right into the deets.
So, like we said, we played Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and this game was released November 28th, 1991 in North America. It was developed by Capcom. It was published by Capcom. And it was released on the Super Nintendo.
Now you're playing with power, superpower.
And then there were later ports for the Game Boy Advance. It was on a Capcom Generations compilation for PlayStation and Sega Saturn. It was on the Capcom Classic Collection for PS2 and Xbox. It was also on the Capcom's Classics Collection Reloaded on the PSP. And it's also on the Super Nintendo Classic. And this is a one-player, side-scrolling platformer.
It's also on the Switch, Toby.
Is it on the Switch now, the virtual store?
I'm pretty sure. If not, I'm wrong.
Well, would you like me to tell you the story of this game?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's time for story time with Toby.
Yay, tell us a story.
Years ago, the knight named Arthur had to defeat ghosts and goblins to rescue Princess Guinevere? I don't know how to say her name.
She's got some sexy blue hair, too.
So since
She's totally a seeing chick.
So since the last quest, Arthur, he ended up traveling the world, seeking the most powerful weapons and white magic.
Are we allowed saying that?
Maybe. Until an eerie spell fell over the kingdom once again, allowing the ghoul realm to come back. The Emperor of Evil, Ceritus? I don't know if that's how you say his name, has kidnapped the princess. Arthur must once again journey through the horde, graveyard, the seas, the underground, and many, many more areas to save the princess. Arthur's courage and skill will keep him moving through the overwhelming terrors that await. So, this game could take you many, many hours to beat.
Or years.
or years. But speedrun.com has a world record that was just recently set by J_C, CEE, not the letter C, just anyways, of 32 minutes and 26 seconds on the PAL version on normal. So,
The fuck?
But how?
dude, I watched the entire speedrun in awe. He just has everything memorized.
What? So he
Like
went through the game
both ways.
full, like
Twice.
fully.
Yes, twice. Both times. 32 minutes.
Oh, so it was 32 minutes both runs.
No, to complete both runs, yeah. It was just,
all of it in 32 minutes. How the fuck
Yes.
is that even possible, dude?
Dude, you got to go watch that speedrun. It is incredible. I the whole time I was just like, holy piss, that's amazing.
Man, fuck that
So-
guy.
Fuck that. JC, shut up.
Yeah, read a book or something.
JC,
dog.
my balls in your mouth.
Go to Applebee's and have a beer, dog, because you haven't lived because you've been too busy playing one game your whole life. Just say.
Okay.
But he makes us all feel like shit about it.
Yeah. This is us deflecting that we're like not very good at it.
I mean, I like to think that I'm pretty good at it, but it still punishes me, like kicks me in the sack,
Right. Well, how about we go ahead and start talking about the gameplay?
Well, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So to start this game off, let me give you my advice as someone that's not very good at this game.
Don't play it.
Don't play it. No. There are, on the title screen, there's two options, the game start and the option mode. I recommend go to the option mode, and there's different difficulty settings. There's beginner, normal, expert, and professional. And you usually start the game out with 3 lives, but you can set it to 9. So you don't go to the continue screen as much. So
Ooh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
I tried the expert mode, man. Holy fuck.
Oh,
I tried the
shit.
professional mode, and I could only get to the fire level.
Oh, with the lava and
It's
stuff.
basically it's the 3rd level, and I couldn't.
The one that makes me motion sick.
That one
With
does.
the waving platform, man.
The one with the one that looks like you're standing on cherry pie.
Yeah, where you're floating, like you go up and
Yeah.
like side to side.
And then the second part of it, it's like all wobbly and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Everything looks delicious in that stage, by the way.
So the D-pad, here's the buttons. The D-pad makes you move left and right. If you press up while you're near a ladder, you'll climb up it. If you press down, you'll go down it. If you press down when you're not by something, you'll just duck. If you press B, you will jump. And Y will use your weapon. There's not very many buttons on this, and it's very because to be honest, I played more of the NES version of the Ghosts and Goblins than I have this one.
I played this one more. I played both of them like quite frequently, but this one is definitely my go-to of the series.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, this one has always been the one that stood out to me like my whole life. I owned Ghosts and Goblins on regular Nintendo, and it's like, to me, it was clunky enough, gameplay that I only got so far and was like, this is shitty. Like, I can't even control, like the character that great to do things that I want, and when this one came out, it was like, thank you. You've
It still has its flaws,
yeah. but they
improved quite a bit.
They transcribed everything into a better, like more fluid fucking jam.
Because once you're locked into that double jump, dude, you're landing where you're gonna land.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's what I was about to bring up. That's the main, besides like obviously how the game looks and stuff, but the main difference from this from the Ghosts and Goblins is the double jump. And the power-ups, but the double jump is the biggest, like, because you're using that constantly.
Mm-hmm.
But once you hit it a second time, man, you cannot control where you're going. You're going straight on that arc, and you're fucking hitting whatever comes your way.
Well, that's the beauty of the double jump, though. Like, but once you're used to the double jump, then you're like, then you know what you're doing,
But then again, RNGesus will come in and fucking just kick your ass and throw like a wolf right in your way.
Yeah.
That jumped too early, because this game's RNG will fucking kick your head in.
The ghosts fucking piss me
I was about
off.
to say those ghosts.
They will appear right where you're jumping, and there's nothing you can do about it. So,
and the fallen goblins up on the fucking tower when you're climbing up, those fucking cocksuckers too.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys get you too. There's a lot of enemies that like the little fucking.
You'll get got.
What about the little butt goblins? They're like little teeny tiny versions, and they just fly around and just like fuck up your day when you're jumping.
Oh, the little imps.
Yeah. Yes, those guys fuck me up. Like, you have to seriously act like you're jumping, and then they appear, and then you have to shoot them all before you jump to where you're going. So.
Hey, y'all are talking about all these enemies. I didn't hear one mention of that fucking red demon bastard.
Oh yeah, the
Firebrand
guy.
Fuck him.
The guy that fucking
Firebrand,
dances.
isn't that his
when
name?
he lands, he fucking dances around and shit.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah,
Bastard.
he is the. I remember him being even harder on the original, the Ghosts and Goblins, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
he was harder.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not still fucking hard when you're already
Right.
frustrated because you can't manage to get the double jump down.
He was such an iconic character. He got his own game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like depending on what weapon you have, you don't even want to fucking fight him. Like, there's times where you have a certain weapon and you're just like, well, okay, go ahead and kill me. Send me back.
So on the screen, as you play, at the top of the screen, you have your points. Under that, it tells you how many lives you have left. In the center, it actually tells you which weapon you're using, so you always know. And then around that, it's got these like little dots where if you have a specific armor, it's kind of like the magic gauge to charge up your weapons. And then on the far right, the worst fucking enemy in the entire game, the fucking clock. You have a 5-minute timer.
Right.
Because sometimes you forget, like, fighting the fucking red demon thing, as he's swooping down, like, sometimes you try to, like, wait him out, or, you sit there and think you have all the time in the world.
Right.
And you're like, or just any enemy, like, you'll jump back and forth on a platform trying to kill something, and
well, like the
timer will run out.
last stage is long enough and kind of like you have to take your time enough to where when you get to the very, very, last bad guy or whatever,
Yeah, you gotta smash
you
them.
seriously have like less than 2 minutes to take them out. You know what I mean? Like just because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I gotta fucking deal with these fucking pterodactyl heads coming off the wall, spitting fire at me. Oh, now I gotta deal with ghosts. And then you finally get to the end, and it's like, time's running out, bitch. You should have went faster.
This game, if you have anxiety or anything, this game is not for you. Because the whole time I feel like I was watching the clock. Like, okay, I still got time.
I never paid attention to the clock at all, to be honest with you.
Fuck, I died so
Whatever,
many times
Goose.
because of the clock running out. So
That when I was on that last stage, I had to watch the clock because, like, you know, if you're on the last stage and then you have, you know, you're trying to get that bracelet to finish off the game, then you have to seriously strategically go through each chest in the whole last stage. Like use your one of your good weapons and then work your way up to bracelet, you know, right before you get to the last guy. So, and that's like the only way you could really honestly beat the game. Because if you got that bracelet and you're trying to fight all these normal dudes, then you're screwed. It's just not gonna happen.
right. So, like you were talking about just a second ago, going through the chest, that's one of the ways that you can find the armor, the weapons. There's also these little ceramic pots that you can.
Oh, they'll pop up randomly too. The chest.
Yeah.
You have to jump in different directions in order to some pop up, or you got to pass a certain point.
Yeah.
They'll just randomly appear.
You gotta double
There's all
jump a
sorts of
lot.
different
Like
ways.
there's a lot of secret ones that you have to stand there and double jump, and you look like an idiot, and then they will appear, and then it'll be the wizard, and he will turn you into a girl.
Fuck that dude.
Or a baby or a seal.
I've never
Yeah,
seen the seal. I've always seen the baby.
I turned
and the
into
girl.
a seal during my gameplay.
Nice.
Well, so I found out that depends on which armor you have. So if you aren't wearing armor, I think it makes you the baby. If you have the normal gray armor, it turns you into old man. If you have the green armor, it's a seal, and then the gold armor is the woman. There's one more. It changes you into a bee, I think. And you're completely useless when until you transform back. But yeah, that fucker will throw a little orb at you and transform you into something useless.
Yeah, and it'll always be when you're at your most desperate times.
When 15 enemies are coming at you.
He looks like something off of an ICP cover album, though. Looks like a fucking juggalo coming out just
Oh
looking shit
yeah,
at
he
you.
does. He looks like the great Malenko popping out.
Yeah. He's throwing his little fago balls on you, and he's gonna get you fucking doused.
But you will seriously be like, oh shit, I just got hit. Oh shit, I got these dudes. Oh, I got some ghosts, killing these guys. I need something so bad. Here's a treasure chest. Oh, it's the fucking wizard, and he turned me into a girl, and now I'm dead. So
Yeah. So like I was saying, there's the three different types of armor. You've got your regular steel, which this game is just 2 hits. You have the armor on, you get hit, and then you're in your underwear, and then you get hit and you die. So it's 2 hit deaths. Now, if you get the green armor, it's the same. You get 1 extra hit, but it powers up your weapon. You get some kind of weapon enhancement. If you have the lance and then you get the green armor, it like powers up the lance to where it's got like a streak behind it that'll still kill
Rocket
enemies.
Lance.
laser. That one, the little dagger, it turns into like laser daggers.
Yes.
And then the bow and arrow. Oh, let's talk about the weapons here quickly,
All right, yeah,
since
let's do
we're
that.
already like talking about it. So we got the lance, we got the dagger, and then you got a crossbow. And then when you have that powered up, it shoots into like a homing missile, like crossbow.
I mean, they're really dumb homing missiles, but they do the job.
Yeah, they will help you out somewhat, because otherwise the bow and arrow shoots 2 diagonal arrows kind of up. They don't really shoot straight.
Right.
So like you have to kind of crouch down and aim your shot upwards,
Yeah.
or else you're fucking hitting nothing but the sky.
But honestly, in my opinion, that is the best weapon. Even if you're not using the homing version of it, if you're just using the regular, that's still gonna get you through the game really fast, in my opinion.
I like the daggers because the speed of it,
Yes.
so you can just fucking
Daggers
keep chucking
also.
them.
Those are the 2 best weapons of the whole game.
Yeah.
And then there's
Dagger's my favorite. I took my advice from the Angry Video Game Nerd
Yeah.
for Ghosts and Goblins. Always get the knife. Always get the knife.
Yeah.
His 3 rules. Always get the knife. So that's what I stuck with my majority of the playthrough. What else is there, Goobs?
then there's a torch. You
Fuck
throw
the torch. Fuck the
No,
torch.
the torch, like, what the hell is even with that? Like, they're just fucking
You lob
with
it
you.
up,
They're just fucking with you.
and it torches the ground pretty
Yeah.
much. Like it's a pain in the ass.
It's got a bad
there's a
arc to
scythe
it,
as
too.
well.
Scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scythe.
The scythe isn't too bad.
It's not that bad. It's more for aesthetics, honestly, but it's not 100% effective.
And then, of course, the bracelet. I think that's all
No,
of them.
there is one that like shoots up and over. It looks. I would have to. It looks like a funky.
Yeah, what the fuck is
funky
that?
dagger.
Yeah, the axe.
It looks like a funky dagger. Oh, well, there is an axe, but there's another one that looks like a funky diamond-shaped sai or something like that. And it is like it's very rare. I remember.
Oh, is it the one that comes back to you?
Yes. It travels in like a
So a
square
boomerang?
shape almost.
Kind of like a boomerang. Comes
Kind
back.
of.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't remember what
that
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 one
one,
is.
sucks so bad, honestly.
See, I don't fuck with the chest too much. Once I got my dagger, I just go for it.
Okay, so I fuck with a lot of the treasure chests still to upgrade my shield. But then what does that do? I've had
The shield upgrades. So the first shield, there's a blue shield and there's a gold shield. Is it?
Yeah, it's the moon shield and the sun shield.
yeah.
Yeah, and they upgrade the power. Like when you charge your your power.
Yeah.
When you have the best shield, it charges pretty much instantly. You don't have to wait for the full charge up.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it does.
And the better shield. So, let me go back. So the gold armor, that's when you can start charging up your attacks and everything. So the first shield that you get is supposed to take one hit, so you don't lose your armor.
See, but that's only if it hits you in the shield region.
Yes, and then the other shield is supposed to be able to take 3 shots and do the quick magic power up thing.
See, I have only in the whole time of me ever playing this game have taken a shot in the shield like 4 times ever. Because
Yeah, no, I just lost my armor every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they attack you from everywhere but the shield.
Yeah. I don't understand. They could have gave us a little bit of a break with the shield thing, but whatever.
Yeah. Dude, if it would have just been like, oh, you got hit in the back, oh, you dropped your shield. Like,
Right.
it would have made sense. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a video game. We don't have to be too realistic about it. Like, it's good.
Yeah, that would
No.
have man, that would have saved so many breaking things in my room nights.
So all the levels there's basically like 2 levels in each quest, right? In most of them, not all of them, but
Yeah.
most of them. So like
Levels separate, they change a little bit.
right.
Sometimes 3 times. In the first one, it changes 3 times.
Well, so it's also like acts as a checkpoint too. So if you do die, like you will start at those checkpoints. Thank fucking God, because there's no way I could do these entire levels over and over without those checkpoints. So the first quest, you have the haunted graveyard where you start out, and then the forest of fear. And then quest 2, you have the graveyard of ships and the sea of despair. The quest 3 is crucible of flame and towers of molten steel. Which
These sound like all metal albums.
Hell yeah, they do.
someone needs
Crucible of
to-
Flame by Dio.
That's
Well, quest 4 is the Ghoul's stomach. Quest 5 is ice forest and ice wall. And quest 6 is the Isle of the Emperor. Quest 7 is Hallway of Ghouls, and Quest 8 is the Throne Room. I mean, those are
Yeah, these are all albums by Ghost.
dude, so sick. And Arthur's listening to metal in his fucking little knight armor. He's got headphones.
he's got little night.
Well, both of the
AirPods.
games, like the NES one and the SNES one, they both look like metal covers. Like,
Hell yeah. And he's like, it's funny that he like decided to put on his little heart-shaped boxer or the little heart emblem boxers, because if I was going on a fucking journey trying to save my gal, I need to put on those heart boxers. You know what I'm saying?
you're definitely getting your dick wet at the end of it. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, that's why it's so disappointing to get to the end and be like, man, I'm about to fuck. And then they're like, go
Yeah.
back to the beginning and find my bracelet.
Yeah, you forgot her bracelet, you cocksucker.
Yes, okay. So I don't know if
You're
no
not
one's-
getting your dagger wet tonight.
if no one's picked up on it, once you beat the game, you go through all 8 of these quests, you get to the end and the princess pops up and is like, hey, cool, you beat the game, but I really need this bracelet that I dropped somewhere. And so now you have to go back, play the entire game through again.
She dropped it in the last fucking level. Like, you just went past this part.
You could have sent me back to the beginning of the
Dumb
level.
bitch.
Shit.
I could have just walked out the fucking door and grabbed it. I mean, I was right there.
She's very forgetful. And I know someone else who's also very forgetful, Toby.
No? Who?
Shadow Jelly Bean.
That is
The girl who locked her keys in her car 3 times in one day.
Oh, I can't wait to have her on a Patreon episode to talk about that.
That's what weed will do to you, folks.
So, I don't know if I want to ask what's your favorite or least favorite level.
I kind of mentioned mine.
What's
Which
yours?
is that?
I think the fire one where you're on that wobbly platform, man. When it goes up and down, I don't like that. It fucks with my eyes.
That's not the fire one. That's like inside the ghoul's belly or whatever.
Oh, sorry. Like I get them all confused and playing it fucking so much recently.
Dude, I was thinking about playing it again just for the episode, and I was like, man, it was too hard. I have to wait at least like a month before I can go back in. But
yeah, it's that level really fucks with me. Like, I don't know, if you had a couple drinks and you're playing that, you're fucked. You're like, oh, I don't feel so ripe right now.
yeah, for the longest time, I hated the raft. Just doing being on the raft, trying to get through all that bullshit water. You know,
it's so boring that part.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice break. Trust me, from getting your ass handed to you over and over and over again. You're just going up and down. Then a fucking sea monster pops up. You're like, oh hey, what's up?
honestly, like as far as aesthetics, like the graveyard is like my favorite, and it's like so iconic to me to just see you appear in that graveyard and the music kicks in. That shit's metal, dude.
So I think I agree with that because the graveyard, I feel like it's just like Altered Beast. You can't have Altered Beast start out with anything that's not in the graveyard, and that's
right.
If you play any, I don't care if they try to remake a Ghouls and Ghosts or whatever they try to do. It's always got to be in the graveyard at first with that song. That's how it has to be.
It's iconic as fuck.
Yeah. Before,
and that's probably the only point some people have made it to while they play this game.
Yeah.
That's true. Trust me, that's probably me on this one because I used to bitch and complain how I've only ever like made it to the ships and those fucking ghosts would screw me over.
Yeah.
I really think the fire level is my new, because like in the fire level with the lava and everything, it's got these platforms that pop up, but they don't pop up until you jump.
Oh, the stone pillars, man.
Yeah.
Holy. Yeah.
You can miss them just because they're not fucking there yet. So you just take a fucking leap of faith, and then you're
You
like,
have to know what's coming.
you
Like
could
that's
just
why
wait.
like repetition.
You could just wait for them to appear, but then the ones behind you start disappearing. That's what the thing is.
So that became the level that got me really good.
You can't just wait. Me and Toby have aspirations of being speedrunners.
Well, okay, that's
Hey.
Terrible at it, but we have aspirations.
Hey, I live near Oklahoma. I know a couple of speedrunners. Boom.
He's talking about meth goobs.
Oh,
I knew goobs didn't get the joke.
He's like,
yeah, no, not at all. I live close to Oshawa. I guess I know some speedrunners too. That's a Canadian joke. Same joke, but different place.
right.
So one thing, as I was playing this, I realized you have to, if like, okay, Goobs and I, we like Mega Man. We like shit where you're just like running and gunning. This isn't like that. It is.
It is, but you have to know. You have to know what's going to happen. You have to know everybody's moves, you know?
You have to be patient. You have to have so much fucking patience with this game and go slow your first couple of playthroughs until you're like, all right, I know this is going to happen there. I know that's going to be there. And then you can kind of go through it. But you can't just speedrun this on your first. You can't just haul ass like a Mario or something like that.
No, you definitely can't.
Now, we glossed over the intro of this game. It's got a nice fucking intro and it's
Tells you the whole story in fucking 20 seconds.
Yeah.
yes, it's great,
It's awesome.
and it's you see them inside the castle, and you see something getting closer and closer to the castle you don't know, and then it busts through the glass, and then it's this demon and takes the princess, and it's just a really cool intro for to get you going, like, all right, I'm saving the princess, here we go.
Yeah, it's nice cinematic.
Yes.
That's a big word. Give us 5 stars on anywhere you can rate
For
us.
some reason, that the continue screen though reminds me of Zelda music. For some reason.
Oh, I'll have to go back and listen to that and see.
Can we talk about the music though?
Yes.
Before we talk about the music,
He's
we
got-
always forget
bosses.
to talk about the boss battles.
Okay. Yeah. Boss battles are dope.
We do this every episode. We just skip right to the music, like fucking boss battles, man. It's the main part of the fucking game.
Dude, boss battles in any capacity are my favorite. Like, if you're talking about a movie, a game, whatever, like, if every section of the story should end with a boss battle, no matter what.
Fucking right, it
Even
should.
if it's a rom-com.
Even if it's a podcast.
But yes.
I feel like the boss battles in this weren't even near as intense as the game is. Like
I
the
know what
boss
you mean.
battles. The boss battles, I feel like, okay, because you can figure out the patterns really quickly, and you're staying.
Yeah,
in
they're
one
pretty
spot.
much cut and dry.
Right.
Yeah, so you have time to learn what you gotta fucking do. Unlike the rest of the game where shit's gonna keep moving at you, and you're like, wait, stop, fucking skeleton, leave me alone. And this, you're like, okay, I can breathe for a second. I can see what you're
The
gonna do.
first boss is my least favorite.
Which one?
Which one?
The first one's my least favorite.
Oh, the bird.
I have a fear of birds, Mike, and
Oh, really?
Yes, I did not like. I don't like fighting that one.
So what do you think about the ones that are just heads coming out of the wall? Bird
It's okay,
heads?
they're dead.
He likes head. He likes head, so,
Dude,
I don't like head from birds though. Fucking, I don't want their pecker on my pecker.
I mean,
So for me, see, that's the thing about this game is like, by the time, if you're not very familiar with this game, by the time you get to a boss battle, you panic and then you die. So like, especially if you're a beginner, like by the time you get through the stage, you're like, oh my God, I finally got through the fucking stage and I'm a naked man right now. Fuck it. And then you're sitting here, oh shit, boss battle. And then you pretty much, if you're a beginner, are like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oh, I'm dead because I was anticipating something crazy.
Yeah, if you give
And
some
it's like
space, you'll
mediocre
be
stuff.
okay.
Right. But the dude, the last guy, not the very, very last guy to the whole game, but the dude, that's reoccurring, the fucking fire belly. Dude.
Oh no, I thought he was shooting flames out of his cock.
No, he's got a fucking little face on his belly who spits.
Oh, I thought he's wearing like a conch, like what are those things called? Like the guy from Clockwork Orange wears.
Yeah, like
I thought he was wearing one.
A cod piece.
A cod piece. I thought he was wearing a cod piece, like shooting fire out of his cock.
Fuck yeah.
I've been thinking that since I was fucking like a teenager. Like
They
this
should've
guy's
put
a fire cock.
William Wallace should have been a boss. You know what I mean? You just fight William Wallace at the end of a game. That'd be sick. Zombie William Wallace. And he'd shoot fire from his arse and lasers from his eyes.
yeah. No, I feel like the bosses, I mean, you just think, and I think you're right on that, Mike. I think you go into it, you're like, fuck, I just went through this hell, and what am I in for now? And then when you actually get to it, you're like, oh, all right.
Well,
and then you get your little fucking key, and then you move on.
So as an example of that, for sure, is like I forgot what the three-headed dragon boss. I forgot what.
Yeah.
I forgot
the
what
lag
he
dragon?
does. Yeah, lag dragon. But I forgot what he actually does. So like I sat there, you get to the fight and you start just pounding him full of fucking crossbow or whatever you got, and he's like down. It's like one head's down. Oh, two heads down. And then there was one time where I was like, oh, I didn't kill him on the first, run or whatever. He's going to do something defensive or offensive. And then I didn't know what he was going to do. I forgot. Because every time you get there, if you just fucking pound the controller and shoot as much as you can, he usually dies. But all he did was teleport and then go under me. So I could have just jumped. But I was just like, what's he doing? What is he doing? Yeah, and then I died. So I had to fight him again.
You fight the bird dude, dragon guy, like a fucking crustacean.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like a fucking whole bunch of like underwater shit.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not too hard.
Then there's like a worm. The little worm dude. That
the U. He comes in and just circles around
yeah.
and just smoke him.
That one confused the piss out of me because I jumped too far forward and then it circled me and I was like, fuck, I'm dead. And then it just kept circling me and I was like, all right, well, I'll just hit him in the face. And then he like never came after me, so I was just like, oh.
Right. The only time he tries to get his hit off is whenever he like comes on the side of the stage and it shoots back at you or something.
Yeah, he never liked when your cum shoots back at you. That's what we call a snowball in the industry.
Happens. Why is that fan there? I'm gonna come in. It's the only way I could hit my enemies with something.
I thought only shit hit the fan, but I guess in this instance, cum hits the fan.
Cum hits the fan.
Then there's like that samurai-looking skull dude. He confuses you when you first fight him because he starts shooting weird things at you.
Man, I can't remember the rest of the bosses now.
Pretty much those, and then the main two, like they switch back and forth, and then the finale boss, who shoots platforms out of his cock, and then it's like blades he shoots out, and you gotta ride the blades up and shoot him in the face.
Yeah, I never got there, so
yeah, he shoots lasers out while you're riding up, and huge pain in the fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Is he more of a pain in the ass than that dude before that too?
Yeah, because he's massive.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's like double the size of the room that
you can only
in.
see half of them, and then you have to ride these platforms. Some are slow, some are fast. You want to take the fast ones. If you take the slow ones, you're fucked.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Ugh, man, I'm gonna have to beat this sometime. But
I know go back and do it.
I know I could do it now just because of that. See, the first part of my life, whenever I played, I didn't know that you could like progress your treasures to the point of finding the bracelet in the very last stage.
Oh, so you would try to get the bracelet early on and be fucked with it.
Yeah, gotcha. and then I would like give up because I was like, the fucking little red demon dude, you can't fight him with the bracelet.
No, not at all.
No.
It's like a little Hadouken kind of thing.
Yeah, but you have to be very close. Closer you are, the more damage it does.
Yeah.
It's like Dan's Hadouken from the Street Fighter games where it's just like it doesn't go very far.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect analogy, Toby.
Yeah, Capcom doing the same fucking shit in every game. So what about the music? We need to touch the music because the music is fucking great.
Dude, the music is so good and it's so goth. It's awesome.
You know what though? This music is perfect because like this whole game is really like it doesn't take itself serious. Like it's not like it's trying to be a gory, gross horror game.
Right.
It's like fun and stuff. And it borderlines like I feel like it's got the spooky because there's ghosts and shit, but then it's still fun and it's like it's right there on that edge of spooky and fun.
Like, why do we not have a modern version of this game? Like, most of these games like this and like Super Metroid, I just beat Super Metroid today, so I'm on a Metroid kick. But why don't we have like modern games making 2D platformers like they used to? They're just as fun. Like
they're coming back to it.
Go check out Dead Cells.
What is Dead Cells? Sounds like a 90s.
I'll tell you after. We don't do that on this show.
Oh, sorry. It sounds like a 90s movie with Rob Zombie on the soundtrack.
It's my Dracula.
But anyways, back to the game. You know what the music reminds me of? Like, it reminds me of like when you hear certain themes like Tales from the Crypt or
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like it reminds me of Danny Elfman, but made into, like a bit tunes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I get it.
Yeah, it's very atmospheric, the music, and
Oh, definitely.
it suits it perfectly. That was a big fucking word for me. That's another 5-star rating right there.
Yeah. Gotta leave us 2 now.
And like I said, I was just playing Metroid. The fucking music in that game is sick too. So just gonna get that out there. So.
I need to get that off my chest.
Since you guys know this is one of my favorite games of all time as well, Rigshaw. Well, I got a pair of the underwear from this game with the hearts all over it.
Oh, well,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, I'd like to, they're silky though. They're not like cotton, they're silky, because I like to be a little sexy sometimes.
Oh,
So
well,
I like to go put them on, and I'll come back and show you guys what I got.
Okay.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
All right.
Okay. I don't think that Goobs understands that the heart boxers aren't like a specialty to this the game or anything. Like that's just been a thing. But while he's gone, I'm gonna try to play another level. I'm gonna go through that fucking lava stage again and see if I can get through those platforms since y'all think it's so fucking easy. So here I go.
It is easy, dude. If you just
not really.
you just press
See,
the
like
button.
they just fucking grow out of nowhere and you jump.
Whoa,
That wasn't the game.
What was that?
Ooh.
wasn't the game. Oh, so
Is that a Cosby?
Ooh, you like jumping on my hard rock cock, don't you, Toby?
oh no,
Oh,
no.
this guy's aggressive.
This guy is the Goobs genie.
I can
I'm
jump in your
sorry.
rickshaw. Ooh, you can carry me around on your back. Ooh.
Oh, well. I
I'll be
the
like
attention,
Yoda, and you're my Luke Skywalker. Ooh.
Oh, I'm blushing.
Yeah.
I can touch your lightsaber, ooh, or your lance.
Oh, what about my dagger?
Ooh, I don't like daggers, they're too small for me.
I'm half
Ooh.
Asian, so it's fine. It's quick though. Boom! It's quick.
Ooh, sometimes I like the quick flick of the dick. Ooh.
Hey, so Mike, this is the Goobs genie. He usually brings cheats for the games that we play. Goobs genie, have you ever played Super Ghost?
Oh, I have talked to my friend Firecock quite a bit. Ooh. He's left a good wound or two on me.
Yeah.
It was okay though. I wore my mask. Ooh, get mask. Ooh, get genie. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my.
Well, is there a cheat for this game?
Ooh, there definitely is, boys. Ooh, get ready for this one.
I'm ready.
In the options screen, go to exit and hold L plus R plus start on controller 2. Ooh, I like taking number 2s. And press start on controller 1. A new menu will appear. Ooh, where you can choose your starting level and play any of the game's music and sound effects. Ooh.
Hey, that's a pretty good one.
Right,
I like
wait,
that cheat.
You could start at any level?
Oh, you definitely can. Ooh.
The fuck? Why did I know
Yeah.
about this shit?
Ooh, she never met a genie before. Touch his weenus.
I used to know a game genie.
Ooh, I fucking hate that guy. We don't mention him around here. Ooh, my nemesis. He has a bigger cock than myself. Don't like it. Ooh.
I don't think you guys have cocks. It's just smoke down there, right? Like smoke
It's
and
not
mirrors.
tails. No, it's just cock.
It's all cock down there. That's weird.
You know what? I'm tired of looking at your cocks. I need you to just
Wait,
finish.
hold on.
Go.
Is it like a Ursula cock kind of like thing? It's like tentacles.
Ooh,
all
it depends on
popping
the
out?
day. Some days I wake up have 4, some days I have 1, some days I have 20, some days I have 2.
Do you
Ooh,
live
cocks
in
for
a,
days.
Do you live in a lamp?
I live wherever you want me to live, my friend. Ooh, sometimes Toby's buttocks, which I'm going back to
All
right now. See
I'm
you
done
later.
with this. Get.
Get to your lamp.
He went into my
You went into your
my butt.
You went into your butt.
Toby, you
Yeah.
look very uncomfortable. Rickshaw, what did you
Yeah.
just say about Toby's butt?
Wait. There was this weird genie here, and he kept talking about pubes
Yeah.
and penis.
No. We should just talk about fun facts. Let's talk about fun facts.
It's time for fun facts with Toby. Pling!
All right, it is time for the one and only game show on the Secret Levels podcast. This is
How much is this game?
Cha-ching.
where Goobs
That's me.
and Mike
That's me.
are going to try to guess how much this game is worth, and they have to be within $5 to get the point. That doesn't matter.
$5
All right, guys.
leeway.
$5 leeway. We are going to start off with a loose copy. That means it is just the gray cartridge of the Super Nintendo game. How much do you think it goes for? I will let Goobs go first, so Mike can see how this
People
goes.
claim I'm cheating if I go last, so I always try to under or overcut the guest. So I'm gonna go $20 flat.
$20. All right, that's
I'm going to say 30.
$30. This is just the cartridge.
Loosey
Just
goosey.
the cartridge.
Just the cartridge. This game goes for $19.
Damn it.
A buck off, yo!
So Goobs got the point this time.
Buck off, Mike.
Okay.
Man, fuck
Now.
this game.
Now,
'Cause we got
complete in
$1
box.
a buck. That's great.
Complete in box, guys. That means
Shit.
you get the box that it came in, the manual, and the game all together. How much
Cardboard
does this go
insert?
for? Sure, cardboard inserts in there too. Mike, I'll let you go first this time. How much do you think a complete copy goes
40
for?
bucks.
40?
40
All
bucks,
right, all
Bob.
right. Goobs? What do you think?
37. I'll even cut myself short.
All right. Well, I feel like I should let y'all take two more guesses because y'all are way off on that one.
Okay? Fucking 60.
Okay. Mike, what are you changing to?
70.
And this game goes for $75. Mike
Shit.
gets the
Yeah!
We tied, my
point. So y'all
friend.
tied.
Well, that one had more stakes behind it, you know.
Yeah.
That question, so.
We got two chances, though.
I'm just kidding.
So, I don't have very many fun facts on this game, but the ones I do have are so fucking fun.
Juicy.
Oh, give us all the
so-
fun, Toby. That sounded
of
really
June-
sexual.
It was.
I've been waiting for fun. Tell me.
By fun means hardcore anal.
As of June 30th, 2017, the Super Nintendo version has sold 1.9 million units since its release in 1991.
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably why
pretty
it's so
juicy.
cheap, Lucy.
Well, and this is Capcom's 75th best-selling game of all time.
75th
I thought it was funny, so I had to include it.
is the first 50 Street Fighter different edition.
Yeah, probably. All the
Yeah. We're going to need to re-release that game again because of money. That's why.
I'm surprised we get like Super Ghouls and Ghosts like Turbo.
I'm sure that
Well-
Super Ghouls and Ghosts has been repackaged and sold a bunch of times too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not Turbo mode.
Right. That's true.
Well, you know, the first 75 games are the Street Fighter games, but they're also the Resident Evil games that they keep re-releasing.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. That's true.
Instead of Arthur,
what?
you get to play as B. Arthur, his
They might as
sister.
well, let's re-release the game with a new character to play as, aside from Arthur.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
B. Arthur, man.
It's his brother.
What if you could play as the girl and you're rescuing Arthur? What's up with that?
Hey, it's
It's
2020.
2020,
Anything
yeah.
can happen.
That's true. I know this girl that's a lawyer. Crazy.
The Game Boy Advance port, it actually has additional game modes and new stages. So if you're wanting a new challenge,
Son
go
of a-
try the Game Boy Advance port. So there's crosses on some of the caskets and tombs and stuff in the very first level.
Mhm.
They were changed to, I don't know what, Ankhas? A-N-K-H-S?
Inca.
Inca? Well, so they've got, basically, it's still the cross, but it's got like the circle at the top, kind of like a prince symbol.
Like the Egyptian symbol, the Inca on my dinka.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. So yeah, but that on all the versions outside of Japan, they changed it from the cross. So if you play the PAL version, it's going to just have a nice, good old Christian cross.
Nice. And that's scary too. Like What zombies pop out of their graves in their casket, floating before they come out as a zombie? We need to see that in a movie, dude. You know?
Yeah, no shit.
That'd be fucking devastating. You walk into a graveyard and like all the gravestones are popping out of the fucking ground,
And just floating in the air. Damn.
intimidating
scary.
you with their laser eyes.
So in 1997, Electronic Gaming Monthly listed this game for the Super Nintendo.
Speaking of
as
dead
the
things,
as the 22nd best console video game of all time, calling it one of the most graphically intense side-scrolling action games for the Super Nintendo that anyone has ever seen, and also one of the hardest. So
I could agree with that.
Yes. Actually, is there another one, or did they just re-release it? Because I remember seeing like a Neo Geo or some shit like that, or
now, so the Ghosts and Ghouls and Goblins. What the hell is this game called?
Ghouls and Ghosts. Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Ghouls and Ghosts. Ghouls and Ghosts. Ghouls and Ghosts was actually released on the Sega, and it was ported to fucking everything, but it's more like the arcade version. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is its own thing. Like it's its own thing. So that there's a possibility that it was re-released on something else.
So you're saying there's
some kind of
another
collection.
you're saying there's another version of this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's on Sega.
Oh, cool. I want to play it.
It doesn't look as good though,
Oh.
and in that Sega version, you can actually shoot up and down too.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Game changer.
Dude.
and a lot of the levels are different because, like I said, Super is like a different installment. It's actually the third installment of the series.
So the Sega one is the second.
Yeah, the second one is the one that's on Sega, and this is the third.
Well, shit. Let's do it.
Technically. Fuck. Had a hard enough time with this one, Mike.
Catch up. I didn't even beat it, and I'm not like crying about it. Come on.
Well, get this.
Okay.
So the fourth one, the official fourth one, was released on the Wonder Swan, which is like a console that was only in Japan, from
Yep.
what I understand.
Shit.
And yeah, so the fourth one, and it's called Makamiru or something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you want to play the fourth Ghosts and Goblins game in the series, you got to play the Wonder Swan, and it actually looks pretty cool. If it wasn't, it's a handheld system though, so it looks like shit.
Yeah.
But the game actually looks pretty cool. So
Well, I'm wondering, like, why, like I said, why can't we get new versions? How much effort does it take to do a game in the style of Super Nintendo? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't we seeing more of those?
we see a lot of them, but what the problem is they suck.
I
Yeah,
wish we
yeah.
had a fucking Wonder Swan. It was made by Bandai.
The last game that I played that was like, just a 2-dimensional side scroll that was like a modern game was like Super Badass Time Force or some shit. Did you ever play that?
No, I haven't heard of that.
It's like, so it's a game where you're it's like a run and gun game, and it's really easy to die. You get hit once and you're dead. But you have a time travel device, so you could time travel back to the point right before you died, and then keep going. So then you'll do these big boss battles and keep dying, but then you could keep rewinding. But the thing is, when you rewind it, every old version of yourself is still on the screen. So
that actually sounds really cool.
Dude, it was so
Talk about
awesome.
Broforce?
I don't know. It's called something like that. Super Time Broforce or some shit. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. It's on my
I'll have to
PS4.
find this. That sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah, it is really awesome because some of the boss battles are like 10 minutes long, but you've died so many times and restarted that there's just versions of you all over the screen doing the same pattern it did originally.
That's not Broforce.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those 4 or 5 names, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, except for Super Badass Time Force Cops or some shit.
Well, there's a couple of more games that had spin-offs off of the Ghosts and Goblins series.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's the Red Demon, right, Goobs? He's in
Firebrand.
Gargoyle's Quest. What's his name?
Firebrand, I'm pretty sure.
Firebrand. Well, he's in the Gargoyles Quest 1 and 2, and in Demon's Crest, I believe. I've never played those 3 games, but
have.
I know the Gargoyles Quest. One of them's for the Game Boy, I believe, and then Demon's Crest is on the Super Nintendo. So maybe that's something we need to touch on in the future.
Touch who?
Whoever will let me. So Author makes some cameo appearances in games like Marvel vs. Capcom, SNK versus Capcom, the Namco versus Capcom. Is he?
Yeah,
in the
his
Super
name
Smash
is
Brothers game?
Firebrand. Sorry.
Is Author in the Super Smash Brothers?
I think he has been. I
Yeah,
don't
he
remember.
is. No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
He's in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay, that's
maybe
probably what
that's
I'm
it,
thinking.
yeah.
So
of.
is Firebrand.
Okay. And that's really all the fun facts I have.
Yeah, Sir Arthur
so-
is definitely not in Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Well, I thought maybe there was like a power up or a weapon or something.
There used to be, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure Nintendo fanboys will shit all over me if I'm wrong.
I feel like there was. Anyways, keep moving on. But yeah, no more fun facts. So Goobs.
It's time to motherfucking rage!
Oh, come on!
So this is the rage meter, where we're gonna take a 1 to 10 rating of how pissed off this game makes us. How pissed off, Goobs?
Like you want to play Rock'em Sock'em Robots and have your testicles in the middle, so you're just getting punched in the dick a whole bunch of times, punching the balls.
I pictured that. That like it flashed in my head. Of
I'm
someone
sure
just kinda
everyone just
squatting
did.
over. That was awesome.
Just looked up my
Okay,
cable, I saw Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but yeah, sticking testicles in there is a bad time.
Do you want to go first, Scoops? Show Mike how we rate.
Show Mike how we rage? I don't know if Mike
show
can
Mike.
handle the rage. So, let's just start off. I'll give a rating at the end. So you start this game off nice and dandy, like sour lemon candy. And you're going through, like, oh, I'm going to rescue my girlfriend, and it's going to be a great time. It's not a great time at all. You get a whole bunch of randomly generated fucking objects that fly at you all the time. Like we said before, zombies that fly out inside their coffins and just jump out. They can raise up in the air. So you're jumping, you get hit by a coffin, you're fucked, you're in your underwear now. Then a zombie will just get you in the ass and then you're dead. Start again. Keep going forward. And then you get these fucking skulls that pop out of the ground. They'll shoot fire at you. You're dead if you don't fucking dodge that. The werewolves, you think they're jumping in one direction. They won't. They'll stand there and wait for you to jump. They'll fucking jump and bite your testicles off. And that's only the first fucking level, folks. Like, it's absolutely brutal. And then going on later on, like the ghosts and everything else is just absolutely terrible. The goblins that we talked about, there's just so much stuff that is fighting against you in this game, and you can't tell any of the pattern. You can kind of figure it out a little bit in your playthroughs. You can figure out where you're going and what you're going to do, but yeah, if you have the bad weapons, like if you have a torch, you might as well just fucking restart the whole game altogether because you're fucked. You're effed in the A completely. You want to get a good weapon and just start just heading towards the goal. And sometimes, like, you're like, oh, I defeated that enemy. He's not going to shoot at me. Or not defeated, I avoided him. And you'll get, like, hit from behind. Even if you have a shield, you'll lose your armor. And then you'll sometimes just fall right into a hole. And the jumping, if you don't plan where you want to be with your double jump, you might end up in the shit. Or an enemy will just jump in your way and just fuck you completely. It's, this game is nothing but fucking torment and pain. Enjoyable pain, but nothing but torment and pain. I am giving this an 8.5. I've only beaten this game. I beat this game. I've only beaten it twice in my lifetime, like 2 run-throughs.
Show off.
Once, no, here's the show-off point, bro. Once with my fucking left hand totally in a cast.
Oh,
Nice.
that's the flex. That's the flex right there.
That's the flex right there. And my
you're just
wife was there
immortal.
to
I am
watch
a
me
god.
beat it. So I have a witness to watch me. I don't have it recorded or anything because it was fucking a few years ago, but it has been done.
Before cameras existed.
No, cameras existed because
I'm just fucking with you.
I feel like if I were to ever beat this game, I would expect there to be like 1,000 people there cheering after I did it. So,
oh fuck
walk
yeah,
outside and there's a parade for you.
look at the Pope walking out for Easter. Everyone out there cheering for you, and you have a funny hat on. But yeah, it's I can't complain about the graphics or anything like that because this game is fucking beautifully built. It's just the RNG is mainly the one thing I can complain about in this game in my own skills as a gamer, because this game will test you to the brink of your limit.
All right. So you said 8.5?
8.5, Toby.
All right. Mike, do you want to go next or do you want me to go next? Just tell us what you hate about this game or what pisses you off the most.
okay, well, you could wake up with a huge erection and think to yourself, today's going to be a good day. But then when you start playing, but then you put in Super Ghosts and Ghouls and you start having the time of your life. You're making it halfway through the first stage. You're like, shit, I haven't died yet. On the first stage, I'm going to make it all the way through. Then all of a sudden, someone forces the fire weapon upon you. Then then one of the werewolves jumps on you and rapes you to death. Anyways, one of the most annoying things to me is that, like I said, was those little flying butt goblins. When they pop up in a stage, you could jump anywhere on the screen and they'll just fucking shoot at you like a fucking UFO and fucking murder you.
They can go into the walls too.
Yeah. And then there's times where you're trying to avoid one of those flying little butt goblins and you're jumping across this thing and there's fucking lava dripping from the ceiling. So then you could, there's two obstacles. So then let's just say you're doing that same spot where you're jumping over lava, avoiding little flying butt goblins that shoot at you at light speed while lava is dripping from the ceiling, and then you do make it across. Then there's a big fucking tiger looking thing that's shooting fire out of his belly at you. So just saying, you can't look at that boner in the morning and think it's going to be a good day. Not until you use it. You know what I mean?
So
I give it a 9.
9. I think we're all in agreement because I'm giving this a 9. My complaints are going to be the goddamn arc in the jump where you have no control when you're in the air. You're just at its mercy, and wherever you land, you fucking land, whether it be in a lava, a hole, or on safe ground. You're just at its mercy. I'm not a big fan of the 2 hits in this game, but
I mean, that's like I'd rather have that punishing 2 hits than like, one of the modern games where they just pick you up and they're like, oh, here you go. We're gonna start you right where you died. It's fine. There's no consequences.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But then you got the fucking red demon. Fuck him. This game's just relentless. You have to learn patterns, and even when you learn the patterns, sometimes that doesn't work because shit always changes and it never works out the same. So, a 9 on the rage meter. So, this was a pretty high rage game.
Well, fuck yeah. We talk about Nintendo hard, man.
I remember even thinking the fucking plants piss me off because they'll just be like shooting little, like little stickers or something from across the stage.
Yeah. I always call them rose bushes or the blueberries in the later levels.
Everything shoots at you in this game. Let's just face it. Everything's throwing a projectile at you.
I was gonna say that one stage where you were talking about being on that raft. It's like that everything on that stage looked really delicious because the raft you were on looks like cherry pie, and then when you're flying through the stage, the bottoms and tops of the level looks like blueberries.
but that cherry pie don't put a smile on my face 10 miles wide. That's an old rock and roll reference.
Okay, how about we since we've calmed down from our rage, talked about some pie.
Yeah, so everyone breathing deeply.
Take a deep breath. Let's give a rating on 1 to 10 on if this game is still worth playing. Did we like it? how much did we enjoy it? 1 being it's a poor game. No one should ever pick this fucking thing up. 10 being it's the best game you've ever played in your whole fucking life. Goobs, go first.
I'm going first. I'm giving the same as my rage meter, 8.5.
Okay, tell us why.
Because this game's like crack. You cannot put it down. Like, I will keep going back to this game constantly throughout my life. And it's absolutely a masterpiece. The music is totally there. The graphics are fucking awesome. Like, every little sprite has its own little details to it. Like, even the little fucking imps that fly around, you can tell what the fuck they are. It's absolutely impressive. They change up the gameplay. Like, they don't change up the gameplay. They change up the levels. And, like, the backgrounds are fucking great. Like, you're not just playing through the same droning shit, fighting the same characters over and over and over again. You fight multiple different sprites, multiple different characters. The bosses are big, they're bad, and they're in control, but you can take them out pretty easily as long as you know what the fuck you're doing. The weapon choices, they're there. Like, you're not just stuck with one thing. You open the chest, and if it doesn't have that fucking magician in there, the great Malenko throwing shit at you, then you're good. And, yeah, it's pretty much like a short and sweet review by Goobs. It's hard as fuck. And, like, it is hard as fuck. I was gonna say it's not that bad, but no, it's hard as fuck. But my heart and soul is with this game. I'm gonna raise it to a 9. Fuck it.
I knew you were, fucker. I knew it.
Yeah, no, like, I've been playing this game.
He always raises the score.
Yeah. I've been playing this game since it came out on the Super Nintendo, and I didn't really beat it as a kid. I beat it as an adult. I guess
when you should be beating it.
Yeah, I guess you can say that a lot in life. But, yeah, no,
These games were not made for kids, though. That's like the one.
No,
I mean,
it's
like
definitely not. Like,
yeah. That's
why I was so frustrated. That's why I got so high on the rage meter, because I was looking like through Goob's kids, like my kid eyes. But now through my adult eyes, like, I can realize the beauty of this game and the challenge of it, and that's why I'm giving it a motherfucking 9.
Okay. Mike, would you like to go next and tell us what you think?
I would like to give it a 9.5.
Ooh,
because it is it's like one of my top 5 games of all time, because it just had my attention for so long. Like, I am about to be 37, and seriously, I'm still like, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, so we're absolutely the same age, so that's why, like, we love this game so fucking much.
Oh yeah. I remember just playing it as a kid, being like, yeah, I'm starting again. You know, it's like after hours of playing, it'll be like 0 continues, and you're just like, guess I'll start from the beginning. So, you know, I've been there as an adult, I've been there as a kid, and it's still super fun. That's why I'm like, Toby's bringing up other installments, and I'm like, oh shit, give me some of that one.
So you're giving it a 9.5. That's pretty high praise.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all are gonna be really pissed at me. I'm bringing this average down.
Yeah.
I'm giving.
Hey, you're closer than him than I am, so you can go kick his ass afterwards, okay?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Still not bad.
It's not bad. Okay,
it's a lot lower or higher than I thought you were gonna give it.
Okay, so let me explain. If I never play this version of this game again, I won't be disappointed. Now, I'm happy to have played it. I feel like the controls are not good. That double jump, the arc, how you have no choice but to land where you're gonna land. It's Capcom. We know how good Capcom controls can be, and I feel like that's just a big, huge, like, thumbs down on the gameplay for me. But the art, the variety of enemies, the backgrounds are fucking beautiful. They have so much depth to them. The music is so good. It's got good humor. Like, I mean, he's fucking in his underwear half the game.
Yeah.
You know,
we turn to an old man or a baby, a seal, a lady.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, it's got good humor. It's got a lot of challenge. It's got too much challenge, one might say. The levels, they don't really repeat gimmicks too much. you know, like you don't have another level where you're in the sea and you're going up and down on the raft. You know, it has enough variety in the gameplay. So I don't know. It's just a 7.5 to me, guys.
Fuck off, Toby.
I think it's a good game. It's just I think that's
Eat a nice
Hey,
dick.
excuse me, Toby. Can you point me to where the comments are on this video?
We only like
listen.
we only like positive comments there, Mike.
now listen though. With all three of our scores combined, we're giving it an 8.6. So that's still pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
for our ratings, yeah, because we normally play shit.
Yeah, so it's a good game. I think overall
We've been
it
on a
shows
good
that-
roll, man, of fucking good shit, man. I like this.
Yeah,
We gotta
Yeah,
get into
it-
some shit, though.
yeah. I do recommend that people try this game. It may just be like me, and it just may not be the kind of game for you where it's just too relentless, and you may fucking love it like Goops and Mike. Whatever, you know, whatever.
Sounds like a
We're good
candy.
at games.
It's like Mike and Ike. Mike and Goobs. Put our candies in your mouth.
Maybe we should just start our own show and talk about ghosts and ghouls, you know?
Finish him.
So this is the part of the show where we wrap everything up. We just, you know, tell you about stuff. But first, before we tell you about stuff, we need to plug our Patreon, which is patreon.com/badsecretmedia. And we need to shout out our patrons. So, Goobs,
Yes, we fucking do, because we love you from the bottom of our cockles.
always the cuckles.
Always.
Or the cuckolds.
Or the
Anyways.
buttholes.
Yeah. We're cucks with butts.
So we have a new patron. So we need to give a shout out to David Fulmer. And then we've got our older patrons. We have HF Raider, Sammy.
David fucking Fuller, man.
Did you want to give them little nicknames and stuff like you normally do?
Oh. What should I give him this time?
We can just hurry through this one if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
But David Fulmer, thank you very fucking much for joining. I'll tell everyone that. So let's just keep it going.
Okay. HF Raider,
Raider, thank you very fucking much.
Sammy Chivers,
Thank you very fucking much, mate.
Trey Dishman,
Thank you very much, Dish.
Trey.
Angel Sanchez,
Thank you very much, my angel.
Chris Labe,
Thank you very much, my labia.
Derek Hayes,
Thank you very much, hey.
Purple haze.
Purple haze, purple rain.
There you go. I was about to say you got Jimi Hendrix mixed up here.
I only wanna see Derek lying in the purple rain.
What about Caleb?
Oh, thank you very much, tall hands. You put your tall hands around my penis.
And then
He's gonna hate that so much.
Then we've got Masked Llama.
Oh, fucking thank you very much. Again, puppy power.
And again, if you want to become a supporter of this show and our other shows, just go to patreon.com/badsecretmedia, or you can go to badsecretmedia.com and you'll find all the links to everything.
If you want me to embarrass you online. But it's with love, though. It's love.
Yeah.
TLC, man.
But before we get into our stuff, Mike, will you please plug your show and tell us all about it? Why we should come listen to it and watch it?
Well, Toby, if you want to know about my show, I've got a couple of things to tell you. My show.
I don't like that voice.
This is my
You sound like a doctor who's about to fucking stick his finger up my ass, and I really don't like it.
This is my Casey Kasem voice. Casey's top 40.
Ooh, hello, Casey Kasem.
Goobs Genie, hello. I tell you what, Goobs Genie, you're part of my top 40.
Ooh, I could be top of your part one. Ooh.
Casey's top 40. Anyways, at Worship and Tribute Nerd, we talk about comics, movies, games, and all that shit. But some of the things we like to do that are the most important is talk to some of my old band friends. I used to be in a band called I Wrestled a Bear once, and I know a few people that are still touring. I've done interviews with Frankie from Amur and Tony from The Word Alive. I've done interviews with Landon Tours from The Plot and You, things like that. And we just like to find out what kind of nerdy things they're into. Hopefully, I'll soon expand to get like B-level actors. That would be awesome.
That would be really cool.
But yeah, come on over to our YouTube. It's Worship a Tribute Nerd. We also have most of the interviews and stuff in podcast versions on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I also have a Twitch right now. It is also Worship and Tribute Nerd.
You're streaming 2 days a week right now, aren't you?
Right now, I've been streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, just kind of playing a modern game, and then Thursdays playing an old school game. You could also check out I made a YouTube version of me playing for 4 hours. I mean, I cut it into, a shorter film, but me playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts and documenting every time that I died. So it's a doozy. You could watch me get frustrated and start being like, this is what it's like. This is what it's like when you see me pissed. So you could go check that out at my YouTube. So I think YouTube is the most important thing that we do. So we also have Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is W and T Nerd. So I think that's it.
Very nice. Good.
I wanted to say thank you again for jumping on with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, thanks for having me. Like I said, I am looking for anything to do. So if you wanted to do another game,
everyone is. So
all we gotta get is Toby to have some, motivation. So
yeah, whatever. So, Goobs, you want to tell us about your show?
41 said, motivation is such an aggravation. Canadian reference. Thumbs up. So you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Goobs WN, and go listen to my other show, the Derailers Podcast, with my wonderful wife Jenny Bean, my best friend Ripkin. We had an episode come out recently. We talked about donuts and like who we like to fuck on the Friends. We did like a Marry Fuck Kill with the Friends cast. So we did like the men first and then the women second, because men always finish first. Hey, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. High five.
Zing.
So go check that out, because we jump on the track, ride the train, and we don't know what we're talking about until we all sit down. Like 2 minutes before the show, we do a little bit of research, and then that's it. That's all you get. And that's a lot of fun. So go check it out. And go check out Derailed Wrestling on YouTube. Go check that shit out. It's coming up to a wrap soon, but there's tons of fucking episodes. There's like probably at least 200 hours of fucking video you can go watch. And if you do, I praise you for it. Because it's we put a lot of heart and a lot of effort into that. So really go check that out. And yeah, Toby, what do you got, bro?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Toby Von Doom.
You doing that fucking voice too?
I'm sorry. It's a default voice. I went to it. I'm sorry. You can check out my other show, the Secret Transmission Podcast, where we talk about spookly dookly stuff. It's on all the major podcasting apps, and it's on Twitter and Instagram at Secret Transpod. But more importantly, let's talk about the secret levels, because it is on Twitter and Instagram at Secret Levels Pod, and there's a Facebook group and a Facebook page. So go join those. And Goobs, tell us about something else.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, say it with me. Join the motherfucking Discord.
Oh, we have a
Please.
I have a Discord also. The Worship and Tribute Nerd Discord.
Yeah.
Yay.
Don't take away from our Discord.
Let's say it. Worship and Tribute Nerd Discord. Thanks, guys.
I hate that so much. No, seriously, go join him. He's good shit. Go join our buddy Rakeshaw in his Discord. And then don't forget to join us in our Discord. Be part of our fucking family. I'm in there all the time. Jenny is in there all the time. The First Lady of Levels. And Toby's in there somewhat.
Somewhat, yeah.
Of the time. But, yeah, we'll jump on chat. We'll play video games together. We do Smash Brothers every fucking Friday night. We play other games during the week. Mostly everyone's fucking obsessed with fucking Animal Crossing, playing that game. I don't fucking get it, but whatever. They like trading shit and visiting each other's islands. And I actually jumped in as my wife's character because there's stars raining down. She's like, "Can you go do this for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then I was sat there watching stars for 2 hours. So, yeah, it is what it is. Join the Discord. And a lot of shit will happen. Your life will change for the better.
Yeah, yeah. And then if you want to support us, how do you do that, Goobs?
You go to tpublic.com/user/secret levels and you put one of our beautiful not one of our beautiful chests. You don't want our beautiful chests. They are beautiful, though.
You might.
You put one of our beautiful shirts on one of your beautiful chests.
Right on. Support us. Go buy a shirt. And, yeah.
Support us like a nice pair of, like, underwear, like a G-string, where it supports your fucking cock and balls so well, it keeps them nice and tight. You can wear it all night.
Juicy.
Game over, folks.